shoe and spoke in a sing-song voice. Come out, whoever you are." There was a moment's silence. Then a high-pitched male voice snapped, "Go away, bitch!" Great, a shoe with attitude. "Why? You got something better to do?" "Better things to do than waste my time with a mortal." I smiled. Better things to do in a shoe? Come on. I mean, I've heard of slumming it, but don't you think you're kind of pushing the envelope here? This shoe isn't even new. You could have done so much better. The voice kept its annoyed tone, not threatening but simply irritated at the interruption. "I'm slumming it? Do you think I don't know who you are, Eugenie Markham? Dark swan called Odile? A blood traitor? A mongrel? An assassin? A murderer?" He practically spit out the last word. "You are alone among your kind and mine, a bloodthirsty shadow. You do anything for anyone who can pay you enough for it. That makes you more than a mercenary. That makes you a whore." I affected a bored stance. I'd been called most of those names before. Well, except for my own name. That was new, and a little disconcerting. Not that I'd let him know that. "Are you done whining? Because I don't have time to listen while you stall." "Aren't you being paid by the hour?" he asked nastily. "I charge a flat fee." "Oh." I rolled my eyes and touched the wand to the shoe again. This time, I thrust the full force of my will into it, drawing upon my own body's physical stamina, as well as some of the power of the world around me. "No more games. If you leave on your own, I won't have to hurt you. Come out." He couldn't stand against that command and the power within it. The shoe trembled, and smoke poured out of it. Oh, Jesus. I hoped the shoe didn't get incinerated during this. Montgomery wouldn't be able to handle that. The smoke bellowed out, coalescing into a large, dark form about 2 feet taller than me. With all his wisecracks, I'd sort of expected a saucy version of one of Santa's elves. Instead, the being before me had the upper body of a well-muscled man, while his lower portion resembled a small cyclone. The smoke solidified into leathery gray-black skin, and I had only a moment to act as I assessed this new development. I swapped the wand for the gun, ejecting the clip as I pulled it out. By then, he was lunging for me, and I had to roll out of his way, confined by the circle's boundaries. A K-race. A male K-race. Most unusual. I'd anticipated something fey, which required silver bullets, or a spectre, which required no bullets. K-race were ancient death spirits, originally confined to canopic jars. When the jars wore down over time, K-race tended to seek out new homes. There weren't too many of them left in this world, and soon there'd be one less. He bore down on me, and I took a nice chunk out of him with a silver blade. I used my right hand, the one I wore an onyx and obsidian bracelet on. Those stones alone would take a toll on a death spirit like him without the blade's help. Sure enough, he hissed in pain and hesitated a moment. I used that delay, scrambling to load the silver cartridge. I didn't quite make it, because soon he was on me again. He hit me with one of those massive arms, slamming me against the walls of the circle. They might be transparent, but they felt as solid as bricks. One of the downsides of trapping a spirit in a circle was that I got trapped too. My head and left shoulder took the brunt of that impact, and pain shot through me in small starbursts. He seemed pretty pleased with himself over this, as overconfident villains so often are. "You're as strong as they say, but you were a fool to try to cast me out. You should have left me in peace." His voice was deeper now, almost gravelly. I shook my head, both to disagree and to get rid of the dizziness. "It isn't your shoe." I still couldn't swap that goddamned cartridge. Not with him ready to attack again, not with both hands full. Yet I couldn't risk dropping either weapon. He reached for me, and I cut him again. The wounds were small, but the athame was like poison. It would wear him down over time, if I could stay alive that long. I moved to strike at him once more, but he anticipated me and seized hold of my wrist. He squeezed it, bending it in an unnatural position and forcing me to drop the athame and cry out. I hoped he hadn't broken any bones. Smug, he grabbed me by